Two patients from the same family in England have tested positive for coronavirus. The first cases to be recorded in Britain.
The governor confirming that coronavirus has arrived here in Manhattan, and predictably, people we spoke to about it are not thrilled.
The spread of the coronavirus is fast and furious. This country now has the most number of cases worldwide, topping 142,000, surpassing China and Italy. The number of fatalities has now surpassed 2,000.
The nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, estimates that coronavirus could kill up to 200,000 Americans, adding that the country could see millions of cases.
Good morning. My name is Elise Isopo. I'm a nurse practitioner in the medical ICU at North Drummond Hassett. The unit that I work in is a COVID quarantined critical care unit, highest acuity, sickest patients that we have in the health system right now. People are 20, 30, 40, 50, much younger than we expected.
This is the tubing from the ventilator. The ventilator is the breathing machine that goes to a patient. The tube goes into the patient's mouth, into the patient's lung, and inflates and deflates the lungs to help you breathe.
200 stores while in bankruptcy. The retailer had 846 department stores as of February, with over 90,000 employees. This would be the third major retail bankruptcy this month, following J. Crew and Neiman Marcus.
It's Jeff Bezos set to become the world's first trillionaire.
Black and brown communities primarily make up essential workers, and they have been disproportionately affected by COVID, and so for that reason, they should be prioritized.
The pandemic has put nearly 20% of U.S. workers out of jobs, and with no income, nearly a third of U.S. renters didn't pay their rent the first week of April.
This started as a rent strike where people were driving in their cars saying, we don't want to pay rent because we can no longer afford it. But it has quickly evolved. From that rent strike, you can see over here a large gathering of pro-Trump supporters and pro-reopen protesters.
New York's stay-at-home order was extended until at least June 13th.
The toll of the pandemic grows worse, with more than 301,000 Americans now dead.
400,000 deaths.
The new variant of coronavirus has a much quicker transmission rate than the original strain.
Never in my life did I ever think that I would be fighting for my breath.
Breathing in, breathing out. With each breath, you're falling deeper and deeper into relaxation. Feel your toes and the muscles in your feet melt.
I'm weirdly good at untying knots. One thing that I didn't do during COVID that I told myself I was going to do was practice my knots.
I'm a Boy Scout.
Hi, this is Leslie Kretz, and I live in Milton, Ontario, Canada. And the best thing that happened to me this year was the birth of my son Nathan on February 10th, so he's 10 months old today.
My wife and I welcomed our first son this year.
We welcomed twins in February of this year.
I had a baby girl.
A baby boy.
We welcomed our first baby, our first child, Isabel,
Lucy May,
Sophia,
Maeve, Lillian,
Enuma Elish.
We called him Goose for short.
Can you say anything?
My son, who has always struggled with physical milestones, learned to ride a bike. It was the most amazing thing. There's a parking lot not far from us, and we would go there every day and just get Luke to practice. And after several weeks, he finally figured out how to do it. And it would never have happened if it wasn't for the pandemic, because usually our lives are so busy, and maybe we would go once a weekend, but what he really needed was us to go every single day. And it finally happened, and it was just pure magic. The bad part is that a couple of months later, he completely face planted, and we ended up having to go to the emergency room. But he does still ride his bike, even after that.
Hi. So, one of the best things about 2020 for me is my family getting a pet kitty. She's so amazing that I feel like sometimes COVID isn't here. It's just the longest weekend ever.